puts you through the ringer. Um, Saul's not coming today, so and I'm actually streaming off of the interwebs and Zooming at the same time. Amazing what we can do with technology. I'm gonna spotlight myself anyway. Okay, let's start. Just take a breath, shake out whatever you got to shake out. Come into your body right now as it is, as is. My body as is in this moment. How is it feeling? What does it feel like to be you? Let go of any perfectionistic ideas and also try to let go of objectifying your body, like seeing it from the outside if it's as if it's something separate from yourself. Like the parts of your body are you and they're just fine. You don't need to fix and change everything. All right, let's come in and breathe. Let in this breathing, feel what it is to be in your body. So we're not thinking about what happened last night or what's going to happen today, but we're here now in this moment together in the interwebs. Inhale, lift, exhale, reach it out. Inhale, open. We have an incredibly rainy day here, cold, rainy, and gross. Exhale, let it go. Although sometimes it's nice to have rain. Inhale, spring showers. Exhale, let it go. And again, inhale, open and lift. And exhale. Take up space with your breath. Breathe big. As your arms are going up, imagine your diaphragm going down. So arms are going up, diaphragm is going down, and then exhale, diaphragm is going up, arms are going down. So there's just different parts of things moving in different directions. I said that really well. Inhale, diaphragm goes down, arms go up. Exhale, diaphragm goes up, arms go down. One more time. Inhale. Breathe deep down into your belly. And on the exhale, let it come down. Let's just do a little vestibular visual practice. So turning your head from side to side. I've opened my stance really wide, looking around, taking in your environment, seeing what's around you, just seeing the colors, the shapes, the living things, plants, animals, whatever you got in your environment. Maybe you have trees outside the window, grass, whatever you can see growing. Take that in, just taking in the earth, right? The planet, the things around you, the material things. And then just shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, let it go. And we're going to let our head move around in different ways. So it could be a circle. If it hurts to go to the back, don't go to the back. You can just do front and side and up the middle, or just front side, front side. I think ultimately it's good to be able to go to the back. When you're going to the back, think of lengthening your spine so you're not crunching in your neck and shoulders, but you're elongating, like the top of your head is just reaching away the whole time. Change direction every once in a while. Letting your vestibular system come online because we are moving our head around. And now let's just go head and shoulders. So head and shoulders to one side forward, head and shoulders to the other side. I'm skipping the back for right now. Head and shoulders to one side, head and shoulders. Big spinal movement, head going off vertical. And we're going to take this a little further. Head and shoulders to one side. See if you can pick up that leg. Head and shoulders to the other side. See if you can pick up your leg. So you're making a weight shift, circling around, shifting your weight, circling around, shifting your weight. This knee is bent. Circling around, shifting your weight, circling around, shifting your weight, and relax. Come into center. You know those like inflated balls, or they're kind of like little pads that people sit on to do their ankle stuff, but their visual is like here. We're kind of doing the opposite. By moving our head, we're requiring more balance from our lower body, more ankle balance. We're going to try it with just, you can always grab onto something. If you need to use the wall, a chair, anything nearby, do it. If not, you're going to pick up one foot and just move your head around. Now it can move in any way. And you can use your arms to help you balance. Just feel what your ankle has to do, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect, right? We're moving to work with the vestibular system to challenge ourselves a little bit. Change legs whenever you're ready. I have the busy leggings on today and see. Woo. So try not to lock your gaze in any one place. Like if I'm looking at the camera, then I'm locking my gaze while my head moves around. See if you can let your visual look around and let your head move. Change sides again. Feel what your ankle is required to do. There was a period where I had some stuff going on with my ankles, and I was actually skateboarding, really simple skateboarding. Like I wasn't doing any tricks whatsoever. I was just riding on the board. But having to move my ankle in that way to work the board actually healed my ankle. So this is similar stuff. We're moving ourselves around. We are not skateboarding, but we are getting this movement. Ah, and relax it, let it go. Shake it all out. Let's do the lymph flush. So coming in, I'm kind of in like a recovery mode, or I didn't actually really get sick, but I felt like I was on the verge of getting sick. So, and I had not been doing the lymph flush regularly. Rubbing your hands together, get that energy in there. Right hand to left collarbone. Gently, I could feel that my lymph nodes were swollen. So once I got there, I was doing the lymph flush, but oh yeah, the ones in my neck, they were like, ooh. So I had a day of pretty much resting and sleeping most of the day, reading, sleeping, going to bed super early. Come up, angle of the jaw, gently massaging the tissue, trying to get the whole tissue to move around. So you can see I'm kind of letting my fingers be like little tree frog fingers, grabbing on and moving the whole area. I'm not digging in with the tips of my fingers, getting the whole thing moving. If it's morning, that glial lymph is coming down around this area out of your brain. So same thing on the other side. If it's morning where you are. If it's not, it's probably just other lymph. Oops, starts to start here. I got distracted. Let's come back to our collarbones. Left hand on the right. Relax. Brain fog. Clearly not as clear as I was at some point in my life, maybe even 2 days ago. Then come up around the angle of the jaw. You can move your face around, move your head again, letting your head go off vertical some of the time, getting into that balance system, vestibular system. All right, next place. We're gonna do them at the same time. Are we? No, we're not. One hand, right hand to left armpit pec, grab in there. You can make it like a little sandwich, sandwiching. The meat is your pec and armpit, and the bread is your hands. Why did I have to explain the sandwich? I don't know. But I love using sandwich references. I like food references. Change it to the other side. Although sandwiches I really don't eat anymore because I am gluten free. And it tends to be that gluten free bread, not always worth it. And it's so expensive. Like a gluten free loaf of bread is going to cost at least almost double what a regular loaf of bread is. Anyway, let's take it into the diaphragm. We're gonna do a pump in and up. So it's below your diaphragm, coming in there, sternocleidomastoid, below your diaphragm. Again, I am misspeaking. You're pumping in and up. It's in the middle between your belly button and the bottom of your ribs. Xiphoid process. Pump in and up. Feels really great. And then we're actually just going to do a breath for this. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Puff and puff. It could be slower than mine. Just try to use your abs to really push it out. So it's not just abs and diaphragm working together. I'm just making it more fun by shaking my body around. And you probably can't hear the breath. Let me turn off. Maybe you can. If I go to musician sound. Good. Shake it up. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. Inguinal fold right there. Angle of the legs. Get in there. Just feeling what your body feels like from that breathing. Like I feel like, ooh, everything feels a little bit more alive and awake. And then taking your hands behind your knees, eye of the knee. Ooh, and as usual, one side, it's actually my right side, feels a little bit more swollen than the left. So this is one reason why we want to do this type of thing on a regular basis, is then you can take note of what's actually going on. I'm like, oh, there is a little inflammation behind that knee. I can feel it, just a little. And then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Ah, calming breath, letting go for a second. Let's just inhale. Float the arms up and exhale. Ah, extend the exhale. Let out a sound. Gentle, easy body. Like we're flying, easily flying. Oh, let it go, let it go, let it go. One more time. Deep breath in and exhale. Wow, yummy. Let it go. Let's take it down to the floor from there. My cameraman, named me, getting in there on the action. All right. Yeah. Team Laura, go. Just in case you're wondering, does anyone help me with this? No, it's me. I do all of it. There's not much to do. Just turn on the camera. Although clearly, sometimes it's problematic. Me and my Logitech Brio do not get along sometimes. Drop it down onto the floor. I don't think it's that they don't get along with me. I think it's they don't get along with Zoom, or sometimes they don't read. Let's drop the knees from side to side. Ah, let that massage out your hips and lower back. Relaxing into the floor, releasing into gravity. You can turn your head with your legs or away from your legs, just letting the water in your body settle down towards the ground, massaging out your hips and lower back. Let's take it the whole way, rolling onto one side, head and neck relaxed, and then rolling it onto the other side. Same thing. Take your time. This is slow. You could go slower than me, but try not to go faster unless you're really sped up. If you had a lot of coffee this morning, you might be charging around. So take it at a rate that feels right for you, but try and slow it down a little bit more than you want to, right? Get just a little bit slower, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit easier. Oh, thank you, planet Earth, for holding me and giving me water and food and air. Thank you, body, for being a part of this experience. Well, gratitude down there as you roll from side to side. We are on the planet. We belong here. Gravity keeps us connected. We aren't going to fall off. What if there was no gravity? We all just suddenly floated up. I think it it would be everyone would go bonkers. Everyone would freak out. Let's lower our feet to the ground and press our pelvis up. Big circles with your hips. Again, working with that easiness in your body. So you're not working to make it harder. You're just working to grease up your inner body, making movement easier. Working the back body, opening the front body. I say this all the time, and I will say it again. It's really important to do these kind of bridges, change direction, especially since we are such a seated culture. Although, if you have a big kyphosis in your back, which means your head's kind of pushed forward, this may not be the most comfortable position. So, if that is the case, it might be good just to get yourself moving, but if you need to put a little bit of something behind your head, you can. Not much, because you don't want your head jutting more forward. But anyway, just saying, roll it down through your spine. Take your legs up, give them a shake. Let the tissue and the fluids in your body get a little easier and more mobile. Imagine that the inside of your body is really viscous and greased up and easy to move. And then let's take our pelvis up again. This time we're going to do a little march. So bring your feet a little bit closer together. Pelvis is lifted. You're just going to press up. Think of pointing your foot and pushing the floor away, and then come back down and connect to the floor. So I'm pointing my foot, pushing up, touching my toes, rolling through my foot, getting that activation all the way through your feet. So it's not just my leg picking up, it's my foot doing some work, and then going up with bent knees, and it stays bent, right? I'm just pushing up rolling through. Try to get your feet working. Toes touch and then it rolls through your foot. Roll it up, pointing, and take it back down. Fine tuning the core distal relationship, center to edge, right? We want to have some awareness in our feet, awareness in our toes. Feel the feet relating to the floor. Push the floor away and then come back in for a landing. Good. Relax it. Take it all the way down. Legs up, shake them out again. Loose and easy. Hands on your knees. Greasing up your hip sockets. Big circles. Let's take our head off the floor as we come up. So head comes down and then head comes up. And then try it without your head coming up, just the legs moving. You'll get a little bit more curve in your spine. And then change direction. And again, let's have the head coming up. Big range of motion in your hip sockets. Greasing up your hip sockets, synovial fluid, improving the integrity of the joint by lubricating it. Let me just yell that out. Lubricate your joints. And then leave your head on the floor. Yeah, we could think of this work as just like an internal lubrication so that our bodies can move more easily and strengthening and getting more flexible, all the stuff. Legs up, shake them out, shake them out, shake them out. We're going to do another pelvis up exercise. You're going to walk your feet further away, so slide them out till they're kind of far away. Flex your feet, pull on the diagonal so pulling towards your knees and then pushing, little push pull. Breathing into it. Hamstrings, you should feel your hamstrings working. If you don't, you're probably a little low. Pop it up a little higher in your pelvis. Hamstrings and back body working. And release, take it down, up, shake it out again. Shake, shake, shake. Give your hamstrings a little hit, calves a little hit. And then let's go for a happy baby pose. Laughing happy baby, letting that lymphatic fluid return in to where it comes back into the blood. Subclavian vein, just under your clavicle. Oh, I can feel something weird going on in my hip flexor. Free up the flow in your body. Let your baby be happy. What if you were a happy baby? Just imagine that energy in your body. And then roll yourself back and forward, back and forth, massaging through your back. You know how, I don't know, the people in my room know this, but people on TV land, maybe you know, maybe you don't. I often notice what I'm wearing and how it matches my environment. And today, my leggings are navy blue and white, which matches the walls and the door. And then I've got the pink, which matches a bunch of paintings that are not in your scope, except for that one. All right, let's do some roll ups. So we're going to do with our knees bent. You're going to take your arms to reach long over your head. Fingers, zombie moment. This is the zombie moment coming up, or maybe it's the vampire moment. Inhale, lift, and exhale, roll it down. Let's stretch it out at the bottom. Exhale, bend your knees as you come up. Inhale, lift, roll it down, stretch it long. Bend your knees. Deep breath, exhale, stretch it long. If getting through that floor to ceiling, like that, this part, if this is hard, you can just skip that part and either just stay down, doing it like this, or you can just stay up, just going halfway and lifting. That's another option. So really let it work for you. Find a way that this works. Listen to your body. If you have like scoliosis and there's a lot of twisting from side to side, or even if you've had those little, some people have had the metal put into their back, then you just probably want to do a little bit of this. Don't do the whole thing. Good. And relax. Let's take a twist. If twisting hurts, then just do rolling from side to side or do the very gentle lower body twist like this. That's an option. If twisting is okay, feels good, bigger twist, head away from your legs. If your back is hurting, turn your head in the same direction. If you want to make it harder, straighten out your legs. Oh, I just got a bunch of adjustments. This is like the chiropractic moment for me most of the time. And I have to say, for my back, this is one of the most important exercises to do. Everyone's different. What we need is different. And even within our own body on any given day is slightly different. So don't think like, even for yourself, it's not like, oh, this one thing is the answer all the time. Although I have to say, this one is a great answer most of the time for me. A couple more times. Using your arms, using your back, using your center, your core. What is the core? The core is your front, your back, and what's inside, and your sides, right? Core is your whole kind of torso, but we could also think of it as the deepest layers of muscle, not just the surface stuff. All right, let's do something with weights. So I have my fabulous 8-pound ball. You could use a rock that you go and collect outside, right? This is just more plastic crap, but for some reason I have one. I'm not using a rock, but you could use a rock if you don't have a weighted weight, which you could hold on to. You could have a dumbbell or anything like that. Anything from 1 pound to 8 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever works for you. Knees together, feet turned in. Work with a weight that actually feels manageable, circling around your body. Inhale, open. Exhale as you come up. And I'm looking in the direction of the ball. Maybe not always looking at the ball, but looking in that general vicinity. Change direction other way. You can also do this with no weight at all. It might be enough just to circle around holding your hands together. Good. Get rid of your weight. We're doing like a really sort of basic class today, meaning all of my favorite things. Taking your hands down by your sides, legs up to the ceiling. So that was kind of more upper body. Now we're going more lower body and legs. Medium to large circles. Trying to straighten out your legs. They can start medium and get bigger and bigger. So I'm going to point up and flex down as I get going bigger. I'm going to take my hands behind my head for this and just leave it up a little bit. I'm inhaling up, exhaling down. Two more. Last one. Relax. Turn your head from side to side. Free up your spine. Wiggle it around. We're gonna do something else that's a little bit not so basic, but I love it. It's again, I said, oh, my favorite things. We're gonna do it because I love this one. So it's gonna be a press up. You're going to take your elbow underneath you, drop your knee, push onto your side. You can reach that leg out and come back. I'm going to show that side again. Elbow goes underneath you. You drop one knee. You push onto your side. Come back. I'm going to take it to the other side. First, my elbow goes underneath me. Then I drop the knee on that side. I push onto my side, reach back. If this is too much, here's another version. Easy version. You just drop your knee and push up with your pelvis, right? This is an easier version. but not nearly as fun. So work with what is going to work for you. And I like to look up as I am in that stretch. And I'm really pushing the floor away with my bottom arm and shoulder. If you are skinnier and more brittle, I think maybe don't do this. But if you've got some muscle and can push, go for it. Good, and come back in. So the thing about that is like coming out that side and pushing with that side is going to strengthen the bone, muscle, tissue. Even if we just did that, rolled onto your side and then pushed into the floor with that shoulder, come up. Really simple. Just come onto your side, push. So I could be sunk into it or I can push. Right? One more time on the other side, push. Just feeling what that is to push away. All right, let's do hands behind your head, one leg in, one leg out, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, cross body 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come in, open it out to the sides, circle your feet and your wrists, one direction, and then the other direction. Feel the soles of your feet, feel the palms of your hand, feel your toes and fingers. Fold it in and roll onto one side. Open up, unfolding through the middle, fold it to the other side. Open, rolling across, bring it into a ball. We're working a coordination pattern here, one side versus the other, as well as this unfolding and folding as we roll. Why does this even matter? Well, we can locomote, we can push the floor away and open. We want to find different ways of moving around. We're going to add to this. You're going to open it up, come onto your side, push into the floor, and take it back down. Open it up onto your side, lift and lower. Open, bringing the bottom knee forward and the top knee back to come up and take it down. Open, bring it up, open, bring it up, open, bring it up, and one more. And this is going to take us all the way around. And onto our hands and knees. And now I'm going to take off my pink sweater and show you my Snoopy, be happy. Does it say that? It does. You can barely see it. It says be happy, Snoopy and Charlie Brown. Okay, let's come here. We're going to curl our toes under, arch, bend your elbows, push the floor away around and curl. Arch and open, push and curl. Arch and open, push and curl. Arch and open, push and curl. Come into a little bit more neutral spine, open your hands wider, and then circles with your heart towards the floor. Shifting your weight from side to side. Ribcage, lungs, and heart, diaphragm moving around. Change direction. Good. And then come in. Let's come onto our forearms. And we're going to do a cat-cow there. Just arch again, toes curl under, curl and round. Arch, toes curl under, curl and round. If you can and you want to, you can curl your toes under, arch, lift your knees an inch off the floor, drop it down, push, knees an inch, curl, drop. It's just an option. You don't have to do it. You can just arch and curl, or you can add that pickup of the knees. Last one. Just relax it, shake everything out, free up your spine, wiggle around, move in different ways. And then we're going to come to a forearm plank. We're going to cross under. You're going to cross the bottom leg under. Oh, this is always a challenge with the carpets. Take it into a side stretch and then step over, bring it back, down, down. Cross it under, step, bring it back, down. Cross it under. I'm going to make it bigger, and then I can get back onto the red carpet, not the blue one. If you make the steps bigger, you're going to be working harder. So feel free to do that. If this is too much, just drop the knee down. Drop the knee down. That's an option too, right? You can always make it easier. You can also skip it entirely if you want to. Oh. Good, and relax. Take it down to the ground. I feel like that is just such a good exercise for your lats, your pecs, all of your upper body mobility. Coming onto your belly, drop it from side to side. Let it massage out your quads. And then you're going to circle your legs around. Relax your butt, relax your back, change direction other way. And come in, hands next to your chest. You're going to do a baby cobra and release. Baby cobra, release. Two more. Up. Last one. And then you're going to circle around. You're going to take your ear towards your shoulder, come up, other shoulder, take it down. Just 3 of these. Go as high as it feels good. Don't push it. Then change direction other way. Good. Arch all the way up. Take it into a child's pose. Breathe and melt. Wiggle around. Surrender. Let go. Just take a couple of big, deep breaths here. You want to make sure you exhale out as much as you can so you can really fill up on the inhale. Challenge yourself to take up more space with your breath. You deserve to have spaciousness in your body, in your lungs. Take up that space. If you felt like people are boxing you in, shake off that idea. Just imagine, oh no, it's up to me. I can take up space. I can be, I want to say be chesty, but I don't mean this. I just mean you can take up volume with your breath. You can take up space. All right, let's take it into, yeah. And if you get the message from people around you that you shouldn't be taking up that space, you may want to adjust your life accordingly, but also let that be a challenge to really take up space. Don't let it be something like, oh yeah, you're right, I should just be smaller, right? Screw that. Take up some damn space, people, especially the ladies, especially the women or the beta men. The people who aren't taking up space could be taking up a little bit more space and we might have a more peaceful world. Doesn't mean we need to be violent. We can take up space and be very generous and kind. All right, let's take our arch all the way up. If you want to, you can bend your knees. It might not feel good to do the knee bend yet, but if you start doing it, you'll notice it will eventually start to feel really good. Might take a while, might take months, might take longer. You can also just come out without bending the legs. But when we do that bend, we're really stretching the front line of the body. Good. Let's take it back into a child pose one more time. Interlace your hands in front of your head, roll up onto the crown of your head, roll it back. Coming up and take it back. And one more. Rounding your spine and take it back. Coming up onto hands and knees, we're going to challenge ourselves to send a ripple from our tail to our head. So it's like ripples up to your head, tail through your spine to your head, sending a wave from the bottom to the top. Then change it from the top to the bottom. Head, shoulders, chest, lungs, tail. See if you can initiate the movement at your head. Let it wave down to your tail. Go back and forth. Good. And let that go. Let's come onto our sides into a, what do I want to do here? Let's go all the way down onto your side, legs straight down below you. You're going to flex. You're going to actually forget that. You're going to come up, pointed leg, pointed toes up to the ceiling, and then flex down. Point your toes, knees to the ceiling, toes up the leg, reach it up, flex it down. Toes, drawing up the leg to the ceiling, flex down, point up, flex down. This is called a développé. Développé, as I Americanize ballet terms. Last one, toes to your knee, turning in and out, going 1, just for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bend both knees like you're sitting in a chair. Just give it a tap. We're not going to do more with that. We're just going to do a stretch from here, but take your foot in your hand if you can, heel towards your butt, take it back. Then you're going to push into your hand with your foot, and then bring your heel into your butt. Push back, and then bring it in. And again, push, and bring it in. And one more push, and bring it in. That's it. Roll over onto your back, cross your ankle over your knee. So the leg you just worked is the one crossing. Draw it in towards you. If you want to straighten the bottom leg, you can. Make this stretch work for you. Breathe. And then release it. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And roll it over to the other side. So the most important thing you're going to do is get from one side to the other, right? Like that is mobility, moving around. All the little exercise things, those are great, but really how we get from here to there is more important. It's more functional. It's what we're going to have to do. Like you're probably never going to have to do a développé if you're not a dancer. Toes to your knee. Open it up and flex down. Not that this isn't great for strength and flexibility, but this is likely, maybe if you're a climber, you need this. Likely not something you have to do in your life. If you're a pole dancer, this is something worth doing. Four more. 3, 2. Last one. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be doing it. I'm just saying like having a lot of flexibility isn't super important for most people. Having mobility, being able to get around is important. It requires some flexibility, but not a ton. In and out. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Shake it out, bring it in, grab on, take it back. Quad stretch. Heel towards your butt and then push into your hand, kicking back. Bring it in, push back, pushing into your hand. So I'm like this. If I move forward, you can see I'm kicking back. And then heel to butt, kick it back, Heel to butt. Kick it back. Last one. In and push. Roll it over onto your back. Cross your ankle over your knee. Draw it in towards you. Breathe and melt. Relax your face. Let it go. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Roll it back and forth one more time. You can hang out in a plow, or you can start to come forward if you want to, or you could do both. You could come all the way up, or just reach it forward, whatever works for you. If you want to come all the way up, start by getting forward, because that energy to go forward is what's going to eventually get you up, because you're reaching so much that keeps you going up. Good. And then let that go. Let's come to stand on our legs. And we're going to take it into a forward fold. Shift from side to side here, bending one knee and the other. So this might be as far as you go. If you want to take it further, you're going to go up and over and flex. You can use your hands to support you, or you can also try doing it just using your legs. Yeah, work with what works for you. If you're building strength, take your time. Go slow. Good. And then take it back into your forward fold. Walk your feet a little closer together. Shake your head no. Shoulders relaxing. Free up your spine. Nod yes. You can bend your knees if you need to. Shake it all out. And then just bend and straighten your knees a few times. Going as far as you feel good about. You can put something in front of you if you need support. And then roll it all the way up. Coming up to stand. Cameraman. Lorenzo. Inhale and exhale. Open it up. Deep breath. Exhale. Let go. Just feeling into your body, comparing what it feels like now since the beginning when you started. I can feel my heartbeat. I can feel like the pulse of my life. I can feel my energy much more booted up than it was before. You might be exhausted depending on where you are in your fitness journey, in your health. So we don't always have to be at the same place. Zoom people, I'm going to close this out right away and see you guys maybe Monday or Thursday. And TV Land people, I am still here in case you want to ask questions or comment anything. You got to be one person who might have something to say. But yes, so feel free to reach out to me. If you want to support my work, I have Patreon, buy me a coffee, all the things. Feel free to do that. This is still not a paid channel. And even when it becomes one, I think I want to stop having any advertisements. I don't get anything from this channel, just so you know. But I do this because I love it and I need it. And I want to share it with people who don't have access to the gym, who can't afford that kind of stuff to get high level teaching, high quality movement stuff, fitness, health, wellness. So thank you for joining.